Hey gang, it's upgrade time again. So why don't you all join me? Let's see what we're doing this time. Like I said, it's upgrade time again, and today we're taking on a project that was really something that was above my pay grade, I think, maybe. But I'm finding out that some updates that you can do yourself are pretty awesome, and they're not quite as hard as they seem. So let me kind of show you what we're doing here. For starters, what we're doing is we are fixing to change out this area over here. We one of these days I'm going to learn how to work this stabilizer. Over in this area of the slide, we had a dining table, a dining table, and right now I'm using that dining table as a workbench. But one of the problems we had here with that table was that it really wasn't all that functional. It wasn't that stable, and although it will expand out for a lot of people to sit at for dinner and or to play games or whatever, it's not real conducive for just about anything else. So what we're doing today is we are in the process of building, putting together some cabinets like this, and oh, here we go again, like this. And I've got two of these. I'm in the process of building the second one right now. As you can see right up here, that's what this is. And then once we get those cabinets put together, I'm going to actually set the second one right over here in the corner. And once we get that put on, then we will come around and we have got a new countertop that I'm going to put on top of these drawers. Now you're saying, well, why do you want to do that? That's not conducive for anything. But in reality, it's really going to make things pop around here, because one of the things that I do out of this motorhome is I use this kind of as my office as well. You know, one of the things I found out when you own your own home is that, you know, you're paying for power and water and electricity and, you know, all of the things that go along with owning a home. But you also have a motorhome, and when you have a motorhome, there are certain things on the motorhome that need to be ran, i.e. the refrigerator. The refrigerator needs to be ran all the time. I mean, it's better to keep them running than it is just to shut them off. If you can keep them running, then we keep drinks and stuff in there, and it's just a great way for us to come out here and be ready to go when we want to go, without a lot of time trying to make sure we get things loaded up. But that's one of the things. And we like to keep the climate in the motorhome stable. So we have air conditioner running whenever it needs it, or we have a heater going whenever it needs it. The basement air or the basement heat pumps, or the furnace if necessary. So we're running power to this rig, and it costs to do that as well. So I figure if we're going to be spending money to do that, why not put it to some use, and let's do some work out of it as well. And this is going to be a lot more conducive to getting a lot more work done, being a little bit more productive. And then it's also going to free up this space over here, so that way when Nana and I are in the rig, we're going to be able to put the coffee pot out and do some things along those lines that just make it a little bit more pleasant to be in here. So any rate, I wanted to bring you along, kind of show you what's going on with this right now. So if you kind of want to hang around, you can see the finished product here when I'm done. So stick around. And oh, by the way, since I've got you here, it'd be real cool that somewhere along through here that you say that you really like this video. If you do, I appreciate it if you go down below and hit the like button, and also hit that subscribe button, because we are going to start putting out, and we already have started putting out more and more things. We're about to hit the road next week. We're going to do some more upgrades. We're getting ready to change out the refrigerator into a residential model and have some other things done to the motorhome next week. So we want you to come along with that. So when that video comes out, I'd like for you to be able to know when it hits. So be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell up there, and it'll notify you when the new videos come out. So let's get back to the project and let's get this cabinet put together, and let's see what we can do to get this thing done. We bought this at IKEA, and for those of you who might be interested, the cabinet, you know how they kind of name everything there? It's called the Alex drawer. It's like a drawer cabinet is what it is, and but it's called the Alex, and it's designed to have your drawers on the ground, and they give you little feet to even put on the top of it, so that way you can go ahead and put a desktop across the top. So I'm really impressed with IKEA and some of the things that they do. One of the things that's so impressive about IKEA is they come up with some of their own tools. They come up with some of their own parts and pieces to put these things together, and I'll tell you what, it's rather ingenious if you think about it. I mean, they even give you, I'll show you here if I can find it, in this bag of stuff, they give you everything that you need, even down to this little Allen wrench that's been put like this. I'm going to tell you, it's simple, and but the simplicity of it's what's so nice, because it works like a champ. So hats off to you guys, IKEA. Hats off to you. It's good stuff. So let's continue on getting this cabinet put together. So another cool thing that I am really enjoying about this IKEA stuff, they even, when you get this, they already have the pulls for the drawers mounted into the cabinet. That's just really, really awesome. And again, hats off to IKEA for coming up with this kind of stuff. All right, well, there's the finished cabinet. So now it's time to pick this thing up, and we're going to move it over here into this corner, and it will be completely opposite this one right here. Everything works out just perfect, because as you can see, there is an electrical outlet right here in the middle. You couldn't ask for a better spot. So somebody was thinking when they did this. So it's been about 3.5 hours, and we've had to do a couple of other things as well. So let's take a look and see what that might be here. Okay, so we had to get out the saw, because the cabinet itself, or the countertop, was 3/4 of an inch too wide. So it had to be trimmed. And not only did it have to be trimmed, as you can see, I got the old skill saw out there, and I did a pretty fine job, if I might say so myself. And then we had to get the drill out so we could drill a hole. And but the good news is voila, we now have a new workspace. So again, this is just one of many of the upgrades that we're going to be doing on the Alfa here over the next few weeks, and this is a biggie. This has been a real big one for us. This has been needed for a long time. All these cabinets were bought down at IKEA. Again, I have to give those people props, because their stuff is just, I mean, when they have it down. Not one single hole was out of line. Every single part was where was there, and it fit exactly the way it was meant to fit. And I'll tell you what, they just really do a fantastic job. So at any rate, hats off to them. And I'll put a link to IKEA in the body below this video. Okay, so this is it, and I want to thank you all for coming along while we did this and while we were getting this little project done. I got a big mess to clean up here, but I will leave a link to IKEA in the down below this video. I would just please ask that you subscribe to our channel, as we're going to have lots of stuff coming up. I would ask that you also like the video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, well, still give me a thumbs up. How about that? But really, no, I really look forward to any comments that you all might have. So whenever we do something, we're going to try to bring you along. We're going to be going to Chaudron, Louisiana next week. We intend to bring you along with that as well. So thanks a lot for joining, and I guess we will see you a little bit later. Take care, y'all. Be sure to hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. We'll see you later.